Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to Billy Joel. This is a live performance of the song Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Here we go.
A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. We'll get a table near the streets in our old familiar place, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red, a bottle of whites. It all depends upon your appetite. I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
Okay, I should have prefaced this video by saying I adore Billy Joel. I love his music. I think he is brilliant, and I am a big fan of his vocals. So, with that in mind, we're going back. I think, now, granted, I grew up listening to a lot of Billy Joel, so I understand there's bias there, but I think one of the reasons I love his voice, and after years of training and learning about the voice, I can come at this from a different angle. His sound, his tone is so beautifully balanced. We will hear a decent amount of variety in this song. You hear a decent amount of variety in all of his songs. He has the ability to be abrasive and punchy, but he can also be so delicate and gentle with his delivery. And on top of that, we sometimes hear a lot of backspace, a lot of fullness and richness. And then as he ascends, it's still very, very full. But there's also this incredible ping and brightness that just makes his voice cut like a laser beam. I just think it is awesome. So here we go.
A bottle of white, a bottle of red.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop so much. Phrasing. I mean, the storytelling is so beautiful in this song, in many of his songs, but it's amplified by his phrasing. And if you listen to the words red and white, I think the tendency for a lot of singers would be to shorten those notes, to abbreviate them, but he really sings through the entirety of the line and the entirety of the note.
A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead.
So as he ascends here, that balanced sound just carries. It doesn't become overly forward or nasal. There's still so much fullness, even though, yes, we can hear the shift in registration.
We'll get a table near the streets in our old familiar place, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red, a bottle of whites.
Now, that's part of his, signature style. Like, I love how percussive he can be with his pronunciation. So with bottle, he really emphasized that B, and then white, we got a nice aspirate T plus a little bit of a shadow vowel at the end.
It all depends upon your appetite.
Now there, upon your appetite, that is a series of vowels that would lean more nasal than some, and while he incorporates that in his tone, it doesn't overpower the tone. So again, it still feels so full. Lots of open space on that one.
I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
Okay, let me get this transition again. I did want to mention when the saxophone started, he gave us a bit of texture in his vocals, and then we got to hear that beautiful head voice, so crystal clear. And he did it in a way that just really flattered the entire composition. Like, it wasn't overshadowing the sax solo, and it wasn't overpowering this transition. It was just very graceful, very refined, leading into something different. I'm sorry, listen to this phrase. Now, I saw the cutoff. I don't know if there was just something in his face or if that was a signal to the rest of the band, but you can see that was, at least to my ears, that was the first time he took a breath, and it wasn't a gasp. It was so well managed. It's like he utilized every ounce of air that he had so that when he got to the end, he was ready to just take a beautiful inhalation and keep going. I just love it.
We lost touch long ago. We lost weight, I did not know. And you could ever look so nice after so much time.
So when we talk about placement, resonance, all these beautiful things that morph the sound we're creating in the larynx, this is a beautiful example of that.
We lost touch long ago. We lost weight, I did not know.
Got a little bit of a growl in there.
I look so nice after so much time.
That, I feel, got pulled a little further forward. Not to the point that it was like in the front of the face, but compared to that open pharyngeal sound we heard at the onset of the phrase, it's just the tiniest shift that makes such a big impact.
Do you remember those days hanging out at the village green?
I don't know if I haven't seen this live performance before. That sounded like a little mini riff in there. Now again, I can't speak to his genius, but what I love about this section in this particular performance is how much more grit he is incorporating in his vocals and how that contrasts with the soprano sax now. I just think it's brilliant. I love it.
steadies and the king and the queen of the prom. Riding around with the car top down and the radio on. Nobody looks any finer. Always more of a hit at the Parkway Diner. We never knew we could want more than that out of life. Surely.
Do you know, I have never considered this before, but watching him shake out his hands, I don't know if it was any sort of fatigue, but like that happens, you know, at least for me. I'm out of practice. So when I do practice piano, like it hurts sometimes, not hurts, it gets a little sore or just like you start to cramp or something like that. And of course I've seen concert pianists. I know stamina has to be built up in order to play a full recital or a full concert. I think I just took that for granted in his case because he does so much and he's so good. I don't know, maybe I just always thought he was not human. Let me back into this section again. I mean, already, if you think about this piece, we've had like 3 very distinct sections, and yet the through line with the storytelling is exceptional. It's so good. That was a really beautiful example of that light, almost breathy approach that he has sometimes. It's not breathy in the sense that it sounds airy, but the texture has almost a little fuzziness to it, which signals to me that it's not complete full press in the chords. There's a little bit of added airflow getting through. Now there you can hear that full adduction, like the complete like zip up of the chords.
And the king and the queen of the prom. Riding around with the car top down and the radio on. Nobody looks any finer. Always more of a hit at the Parkway Diner. We never knew we could want more than that out of life. Surely Brenda and Eddie would always know how to survive. Still going steady in the summer of 75. And they decided the marriage would be at the end of July. Everyone said they were crazy, but do you know that you're much too lazy? And Eddie could never afford to live that kind of life.
I love the way he incorporates that tiny bit of growl. It's just the most glorious texture and suits this piece, but also other pieces so well.
Oh, there we were waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Well, they got an apartment with deep hard carpets and a couple of paintings from Sears. A big wall bed that they bought for the rent they saved for a couple of years. They started a fight when the money got tight. They just didn't count on the tears.
I'm gonna have to look up this gentleman's name. It's not often you get to see someone who plays sax and then also does vocals in a band. At least I know it exists, but I just don't see it very often. I have goosebumps. Oh my gosh. I love the just minute pause that we're getting in this section, like pauses in this section. They're so crisp, like the cutoffs are so precise. It's just the tiniest hesitation and then the music comes back in and it's so thrilling. The build of this entire song is just magnificent.
Brenda and Eddie had it already by the summer of '75. The height of the load to the end of the show for the rest of their lives. They couldn't go back to the greasers. The best they could do was pick up their pieces. And we always knew they would both find a way to get by. Oh, that's all I heard about Brenda and Eddie. Get any more, cause I told you already. And here we are waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye.
Let me back it into this it's such a great transition. Also, I'm kind of shocked that that glass of wine is still full considering how hard he was playing that piano. He doesn't do it often, but that's almost like speech-like sigh that we just heard, I think is, it's just so special. I can't think of another word. I think it's special to me because he has just the insane vocal ability to continue singing throughout all of this, regardless of the range. And so hearing those slight deviations every once in a while, I think is just really fun and smart from a like vocal health standpoint, giving just the tiniest bit of rest and variety in your delivery, but it works. It works whenever he does it. And I think just his commitment to that choice is really cool to hear.
Body white, whatever kind of mood you're in tonight, I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
The thing with Billy Joel's music is one song is never enough for me. I'm pretty sure I'll be playing his greatest hits this afternoon. I just think he's so brilliant. Musically, everything he does is so interesting. And when I think about his catalog, you can sometimes see a through line in his music, but so many of his songs are so different. And I just think that is remarkable when you consider how many hits he has. It's just to create one song after another that has some sort of brilliance to it, whether it is musically, vocally, lyrically. There's just, one after another. I'm just amazed by his works. We'll leave it at that. I'm just gonna keep gushing over the greatness of Billy Joel if we don't. So thank you so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.